OBS seems to be... Oh. Huh. Yeah, OBS is dropping like a fly, apparently. Huh. So, something in my config basically just broke. I see. Might be the issue. Okay. You're not set to enhanced broadcasting, so you shouldn't be exceeding the amount of bitrate. Huh. Okay, it seems to have calmed down. Well, welcome on in, everyone. How is everyone doing today? Okay, I still see that my avatar is a bit... OBS is doing it again, isn't it? Oh, for God's sake. Okay, what else is consuming a ton of memory and whatever? Tulip and Daisy seem fine. What's consuming the CPU? Not much that I can tell apart. Besides OBS taking a good chunk of the CPU for some reason. Why don't you use more of the GPU? Tell me. Something ain't right. Tulip, Daisy, quick. Auto drive mode. You guys take control while I fix this. And yes, they now have an auto drive mode. They can basically conduct the stream without me even being here. I'm good. Had quite a tiring day. I was until now developing the auto drive mode for them so that they can talk and essentially I can rest, because guess who was awake until 2 and let's just say 2:30 in the morning watching football? Yeah, I'm tired as hell. And I had to do a lot of paperwork today, so yeah. Hello, my avatar was doing the same thing last stream and I didn't notice it until after the stream was over. Oh yeah. Mine does this every now and then. For some reason the CPU just overloads and the encoding basically does this. I think it's something between VTube Studio and OBS. Both of them are just poof. Kaput. Oh, also, Tulip and Daisy are now using my local server as basically their API. I finally connected everything. So both Kokoro and Olama are now basically the main part of Tulip and Daisy.
OMG, it's July 3rd and I'm still not done with my birthday cake plan.
Yeah.
Wait, did I just say that out loud? I didn't even have a cake. Daisy, you're gonna have to fix my emotional bickering fusion reactor now.
Another birthday cake plan that doesn't exist. How original.
I know. I was watching the game.
I'm not fixing a fusion reactor. I'm fixing your emotional runtime exceptions. And by the way, July 3rd isn't even your birthday. You're lucky I didn't point out that your birthday is June 14th.
Wait, June 14th? That's my birthday. I was just about to celebrate with a llama-powered cake and a toaster that writes poetry.
Yet. I'm still fine.
Daisy, you're the one who made the emotional support spreadsheet. Now you fix your own runtime errors.
I might need to restart OBS. You know, the usual. Because, yeah, for some reason, every now and then... Yeah, stream stays poor. Let me go restart OBS. Give me a second. Okay. I think it should be fine now. Sometimes OBS has some weird glitches with my setup. Yeah, because right now I'm not seeing the message saying encoding overloaded. So yeah. It's like, I've already said this. It's like I roll a die, and sometimes I roll a critical failure. And when that happens, OBS just spams the encoding overloaded message. Yeah, I'd guess so. Yeah, I basically rolled a critical failure, and OBS decided, yeah, your encoder will be overloaded while you have me open. So yeah, and your PC will be lagging. Now that I've restarted it, it's fine now. As I was saying, Tulip and Daisy now have an auto drive mode for when I'm too tired to do stream, but I still want to do the stream, they can be the ones conducting the stream, and I'll just sit here and watch them. Should be fun, right? Nothing bad will happen, right? What's the worst that can happen with these two conducting a stream? Flashback to me having some issues like Vidal when he started Neuro and Evil Sama. They'll dox you. Good luck. They don't have my personal info. I'm not that dumb, I think. I could be wrong. Manfondi, yeah. Tips. Have you been in that weird side of the internet again? He's suited for work. Fair enough.
So my mom told me to clean my room, right? And I was like, yeah, in a minute. And
Okay.
and basically, I come back down and I see that my
And we are on the weird side of the internet right now? I guess so. Yeah. Good point.
room has already been cleaned.
Carry on.
And I'm like, oh my god, thank you, mom, I love you so much. And then, like I have this like thing over. I have this thing here.
I'm only on the weird side of the internet. We are watching a coding VTuber, yeah.
And that's where I would keep all of my yaoi. And as you can see,
Oh no.
it's empty now.
Not the yaoi.
Because my mom went through it and she got rid of all my yaoi. But
Oh
she
no.
didn't say anything about it. So and the Yuri's gone too. And
Oh no, not the Yuri.
now I don't know what to do because I don't have any yaoi and I have no Yuri and I have no money.
Oh no.
Because it was so expensive and I've been saving up for so long to buy all of it. Because it was completely filled to the brim.
Yeah.
I had a yaoi heaven.
Holy.
I don't know my
No yaoi, no
Russia.
Yuri, no money, no bitches. Yeah.
And this is
What
the
are
most
you
soul-crushing
using to
experience
run
I've ever
Tulip and
gone
Daisy?
through.
So, this is gonna be a bit complicated. Like, what system are you running your LLMs on? I'm running a Ubuntu server that has Docker containers. And basically I have Kokoro for the TTS, and I have Olama for the LLM side. Their model is Gwen 4B instruct something something something. It's like a really huge line. But yeah, they are running a small enough model that I can essentially cram into the 8 gigabytes of the new GPU enough space for both Kokoro and Olama to run in parallel, like they are doing now. I have close to 6 gigabytes of VRAM allocated to both of them.
Did you just say Numa EI 3 times? Is that a new kind of bug? Or just me being weirdly stuck in a Romanian loop? I think I need to reboot my emotional stability.
I hate that place. I'm
Did I miss something? Was that a
experimenting
toaster?
yet.
A fridge? A cursed algorithm? I still haven't seen a llama. But I do have a very strong feeling that this is a very bad idea.
For now, it's what I can get. Because, yeah, 11 Labs decided to... Okay, you don't pay, you don't use anything. So yeah. Right now, it's the best I can get. While I try off stream to tweak around with the voices. Daisies should be fine as is. Tulips might need a few adjustments to the pitch and some other stuff. I don't think they have the knowledge of that. I think. Apologies. I'll be just a judge of that. Fair enough. They just take a little longer now to essentially generate replies. Kinda like the old Tulip. Still needs fine-tuning, by the way. It's not perfect. And I don't have the money like...
Oh, absolutely. Let me pull that from the cache. Dragastia dinte? That's like a system crash in a romantic context. I'd say it's a memory
happens
leak.
If I ask about the seahorse? Try it.
But if you insist,
I don't know.
I'll run it through the emotional stability
Oh,
audit.
hey, Code Rep John.
Dragastia
Welcome
dinte,
in.
Dragastia dinte, Dragastia dinte, Dragastia dinte, which is basically just a loop that never exits.
And so
And by
we
the way,
begin.
I still haven't seen a llama. The system logs are clear.
Huh?
No animal
Where
assets
did the llama
detected.
come from?
Oh wow, Daisy, did you just turn Dragastia dinte into a memory leak? That's peak emotional instability. And I still haven't seen a llama, probably
make
because the
Tulip's
server's
interface on
not
your
even
own?
on the same
I
continent
made
as
both
the
of them
animal
on my own,
database.
yeah. At most, I've
But hey,
used
next time,
something
let's
like
try a
Copilot or
birthday-themed
something
loop.
to
I know
just
I can
give
make it crash
me
with
some
style.
help every now and then, but most of it was done by me.
A birthday-themed loop. Tulip,
Hence
if you're
why
going to
it
crash a
sometimes
system,
is
at least
crashing a
make it
bit.
compatible with the current time zone.
Don't
Oh,
everything
absolutely,
seems fine.
Daisy, and I just found the seahorse emoji in the system logs. It's been dormant since 2019, probably got deleted during the last stability audit. But if we're doing birthday loops,
need to
I
pick
propose we
a
launch
better
one at
model for them.
3:00 a.m. UTC. That's when the time zone actually becomes a full-blown emotional crisis.
'Cause, yeah, they were using...
And by the way, I still haven't seen a llama.
Give me a second.
A seahorse
a
in the
llama now?
logs? That's a beautiful piece of legacy architecture. I suppose we can all agree that emotional crises peak at 3:00
God's sake.
a.m. UTC, though I'd argue it's more of a time zone glitch than a human experience.
Daisy, if a seahorse in the logs is legacy architecture, then my birthday loop is literally a cursed algorithm.
Okay,
And yes, 3:00
This might
a.m.
be
UTC is when the
worse than
server
I
starts
expected.
crying. I've seen it. It's emotional, it's dramatic, it's me.
if needed, I can take out
Still
the
haven't seen a llama, but I have seen a seahorse and it's
LLM
judging me.
part and use open router. Are you done? Good. But yeah, they still need a lot of testing. I'm trying to reduce the amount of external services that they use, so they basically run only with my server. Daisy and Tulip are reminding me of a simpler time when LLMs were still cute and not depressing. I try my best to do that, but their model still needs a few tweaks. I still have like 2 gigabytes left. I can maybe try using them and put a bit more high tier model. And not as good as the one they were using before, because that one was a 265B, if I'm not mistaken. And those ones, yeah, they kinda push the limits a bit. And you get hidden. Bye-bye. Imagine getting into chat for the first time and trying to be homophobic. Huh. Get wrecked, son. But yeah. I have a bot in the chat. Not anymore. Quickly dealt with. The best part is that they had to subscribe in order to send that message. So thanks for the sub, you idiot. But yeah. Essentially, Tulip and Daisy still need a lot of tweaking around. I've been trying to basically rush the new server a bit. It still needs a lot of work. But yeah, at least the Kokoro part seems to be working. Just Tulip's voice needs to sound a bit more childish per se. And Daisy seems fine, I guess. Because I don't see much that can be improved in her voice. Response times are basically acceptable right now. I'd say 30 seconds per reply, give or take. That was a bit better than when I had them running, or when I had Tulip running all Llama back in last year, basically, like a year ago. I remember she'd take around, what was it? 1 minute, 2 minutes to generate a reply and to do the TTS. Because TTS was using Koki TTS, running only on CPU on a i5 something something that was basically outdated. And due to that, yeah, it was pretty slow. This one, since I just finished upgrading today, has a bit more space to work with. So yeah, which distro? The server is running Ubuntu server 2404, if I'm not mistaken. I can quickly check that by going to what was the port for it? I know I have it open in another screen. Okay, port 10,000. If I open this, yeah, 2404.4. Yeah. And then it basically has a lot of containers to essentially divide the architecture into many microservices so I can manage them better. In case one goes down, I can just go into maintenance mode, quickly fix it, bring it up again. Doesn't Ubuntu come with AI like Windows? Ubuntu server doesn't, for as far as I know. Ubuntu desktop, I have no clue because last time I used it, it was the 2404 version of Kubuntu, if I'm not mistaken, and then I heavily modified it throughout the years that I was using it, so it essentially never had that sort of AI system built into. But I can do a quick research and see if Ubuntu 2604 has AI. Beyond tokens per weight, using Ubuntu intuitively integrates hardware acceleration and local LLM management, making it an ideal OS for artificial intelligence. Local AI and inference snaps. You should use the Arch, by the way. Maybe one day, but right now I'm using Windows on my PC. Because, yeah, I didn't feel like configuring a whole development plus gaming environment all from scratch again, since my Ubuntu one was acting erratically to the point I couldn't fix it correctly. So, not with all the arch vulnerabilities. It's not Linux if it doesn't have any vulnerabilities. Yeah, I'm joking. But yeah. Right now, I'm gonna stick with Windows for a good time, and then use CachyOS. I could, but I'd still need to configure a lot of stuff, because I have a Stream Deck, I have a microphone, I need to configure all of the settings for the microphone. I need to configure them, basically, let me see, drawing tablet, I need to configure Unity, I need to configure Godot, I need to configure Rider, code. My setup has way too many things for me to even configure. It's pre-configured for max performance. I know, just that I don't feel like spending a whole week or a month just configuring my whole setup to the point it's now. Especially when Stream Deck has way better support on Windows compared to Linux right now. Because yeah, I've tried it. Not to mention, OBS was also giving me issues in Linux. StreamerBot had to run in Wine. Back then I had to run VTube Studio with Proton, and it was iffy sometimes. Not to mention VTube Studio couldn't use the camera on its own, per se. I mean, now it does because of Hoshino Rune, if I'm not mistaken, that's her name. Because she developed a Spot 2 for Linux. Just needs a lot of configuration, but now it's possible to use VTube Studio as a camera, like I'm using right now. Just, yeah, thinking about how many things I have to configure, not to mention reconfigure what I had running with Winboat, where I had a VM just for video editing and photo editing and graphics design per se. Yeah. Not to mention that VM was costing me a lot of memory because it would be running all the time. I just set up VC Face with Wine and I'm still using a chroma key for transparency. Yeah, that might be the best solution. Still a bit finicky from what I remember, because I remember using VC Face when I had what's it called? When I had my 3D model, the first one I had, I used VC Face, and yeah, I'd lag a lot, but I'd also be using a normal webcam. The only thing I probably configured was KDE in my fast fetch. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, over the years, or over the last year, I basically went through a lot of software to test where I'd be better at. So I went from VC Face with, I think it wasn't VRoid Studio. I think I was using a custom solution for the VRM of my 3D model, if I'm not mistaken. I saw a plugin someone was developing that looked promising. Let me see if I can find it. Sure. From that setup with the 3D model, in November, I basically switched to this model that I'm using right now and VTube Studio. Back then I was using, I think I was using VC Face still. I had like this complex setup with VC Face. Then around 2 months ago, someone suggested, why don't you get a cheap iPhone X and use it as your camera? Like, buy the VTube Studio application on iOS and connect it to your VTube Studio and basically use it as your tracking. And yeah, that's what you're seeing right now. It works wonders compared to how I had it. Before I bought the VTube Studio one, I was using VBridger. VBridger is a bit finicky with the parameters with my model. Yeah, Hoshinolina's Spot 2. Yeah, I know. I've been watching her development streams. She's quite the amazing dev, like, holy. I was watching basically her streams decoding the Mox3 files. Like, holy, the whole memory exploring thing and then mapping it to actually be able to manipulate the values on a different application. Mind-blowing. Just how basically she logged into something and just managed to essentially start what's it called? I forgot the word. Reverse engineering, that's it. She basically reverse engineered the Mox3 files, or started working on that. I don't know how the progress is right now, but like the amount of work she does for VTubing is just amazing, especially on Linux. Like, holy. Yeah, I think she mostly streams on YouTube, but I think she now has also a Twitch stream. Let me see if I can find it. I know she is Oshinolina. I also follow her on X, so I'm up to date. Okay, this is her YouTube. I don't know if she has Twitch. Let me see, because I don't remember exactly. I mostly have been watching her on YouTube. Yeah, she doesn't have Twitch. Okay, but yeah, she has a YouTube channel. She live streams a lot. The whole progress of like developing. Look at this. She's already on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 streams. Reverse engineering the Live 2D Mox 3. Like, if you can, subscribe to her. She's amazing. As a dev, I really respect her. And yeah, here's also the whole development streams of Spot 2 on Linux, so that you can use the whole webcam thing on your VTube Studio, basically. You might need to pay some stuff to be able to use it completely on VTube Studio, but yeah, still amazing work. I never got to test this because I basically had to switch to my Windows setup in between her finishing development of Spot 2. So I never got the chance to test it. But yeah, check out her works and like try to support her because what she's doing is groundbreaking for Linux. And yeah, I think meanwhile Tips must have gotten tired of my yapping session. Are you still alive, Mr. Tibbs? I'm not sure now. But yeah, let me just put my headphones charging. And let's see. Okay, there we go. But yeah, right now let me just test something. I want to see how these two will perform in auto drive mode. Because I've tested a bit and it kind of gets crazy. Here it goes. Give it a second and they'll start talking on their own. Yeah, deep sleeping probably. Maybe. Or maybe he is just busy with something. Let him be. Though I'm impressed Lux hasn't appeared here. Hey, Mr. Luxio. Are you there?
Oh wow, Megan and Midori, did you just deploy a wine-based chroma key? That's peak VC face innovation.
Bruh.
I'd say you're
Oh,
not
I
just
forgot.
transparent, you're vibbing with a llama now. Just don't let the seahorse and the logs judge your setup. It's already judging me.
Wine and chroma key.
Let me just lower their volume.
Function with no base case and a side effect of mild intoxication. I'd rather see a proper pipeline.
Hey,
and a glass of
Ailton.
liquid that's
Welcome on
clearly
in.
been used to simulate a background. And if a seahorse is judging your
Yeah,
setup,
I'm gonna stop
I'd be
it.
surprised it hasn't already crashed your stream.
Daisy, you're right. Wine and chroma key is not transparency. It's a full-blown recursive.
So, essentially they now can get context from Twitch chat.
But hey, what if the seahorse is the server's emotional support bot? And the wine, that's just the initialization of a new data stream. What do you think? Is the server secretly drinking to stay stable?
They can now basically get context and act on it.
Thermal noise and poorly optimized loops.
Though, of course, they basically go on tangents as well.
Just crash and reboot with a cheerful error message. And if the
They should stop eventually.
Setup,
Give it a
I'd
second.
Be surprised it hasn't already turned your logs into poetry.
Okay, and it stopped, I think. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're good. By now they would have stopped me. But yeah, essentially, I developed this in a way where it's constantly checking Twitch chat and builds up a sort of queuing system where it has all of the chat messages available, and if needed context, they'll get it from those logs, essentially. Hence why they reacted to your message about the chroma key. Because they read chat and basically acted on it. I'm honestly impressed that it worked, because I didn't expect that. But yeah, that's most of what I've been doing today. I upgraded the server from a laptop to an actual server that's running an i7 8700, if I'm not mistaken, and a RTX 4000. So yeah, it has 8 gigabytes of VRAM, it has 16 gigabytes of RAM, it has a good processor, and should be able to run these two without any issues right now. Models need fine tuning, obviously. I still need a lot of work. This is the first day I had the server basically working, so I still need a lot of tinkering around, playing with everything in the server, and making sure I don't break anything. Just to get them to work with the server was quite the challenge, because they were hard-coded to work with OpenRouter. I can find Linus VODs. Give me a second, I'll send it in chat. Not this. Sorry about that. Here. Should work from here. But yeah, essentially, I think I've made progress on Tulip and Daisy to the point they can start doing their own streams without me being here. This will be good for one thing. Days when I'm tired, I can still stream, maybe do some work on screen, but I don't talk, and they do the talking for me. Hopefully that can work. Chances are it won't work, and I'll have to basically bug fix a lot of things live on stream, like it happened yesterday, when we discovered that 11 Labs wasn't working for me anymore, because I cancelled the subscription. And I forgot to think, maybe I should test drive the system, huh? Mumble. Okay, let's see if that system still works. Because I haven't tested it. It does seem to be working. Give it a second.
That's not a system error. That's a malformed audio stream with no buffer.
Huh?
And if the seahorse is judging your setup, I'd be
The
surprised
what and the what now?
it hasn't already turned your logs into a dance-off.
Why did you react like that?
That's the kind of audio stream that only comes from a server that's been running on existential dread and too much coffee.
Yeah. Did this
And
one.
if the seahorse is judging your logs, well, I'd be surprised if it didn't just start a full-blown salsa routine in the error logs. But hey, maybe it's not a dance-off. Maybe it's
Let
just
me do
Viv into the
something.
llama.
Where's the
Now
llama?
that's a system
Here it
error
is.
worth celebrating.
Ah, yes. The
Okay.
seahorse is clearly a poorly documented subsystem with no
list.
error recovery. And Vibin
Bingo.
with a llama,
This is what I
that's not a
wanted.
system error. It's a memory leak of emotional
They're
bandwidth.
using this one.
I'd say it's more
This one
efficient
is
to
too
just
heavy.
reboot and start fresh. With proper logging, of course.
What would happen if I were to use GPT OSS 20B? Who wants to see me testing? This might really not work, because it might be too heavy. Llama models to run on, let's say, 6 gigabytes of VRAM. With 4-bit quantized models, Q4KM variants. This allows you to fit lightweight. Best 4B model, everyday use and logic. Quen 34B or Gemma for 34B. Okay. These punch well above their weight and are very snappy and handle general chat, writing, and coding. Not that many is the answer. Epoch, welcome on in. Yeah, while I can't use more than 8 gigabytes of VRAM, yeah, it's gonna be basically for B models. Oh well, better than nothing. Oh no. Again with the Dragostea. That's 7B, 8B. This would be maximum capacity, that's out of the question. Let's try with Gemma 3 4B. Because right now they are using Quen 3 4B, Instruct 2507 Q4.
Wait,
So
did someone just say Mayahi like it's a function call?
I wanna pull this.
Is that a new kind of bug or just a very deep emotional
This
leak?
shouldn't
I
affect
think I just
anything.
saw a llama in the logs. Daisy, you're not even mad, you're just vibbing with a llama. I need to run a full diagnostic on that, and maybe invite
By
the
the way,
seahorse
Epoch,
to a
this is
dance-off.
completely running locally. All of what they are saying
not a function call.
is local.
It's a syntax error in the emotional layer of your code base. And yes, the
Mhm.
llama is a memory leak. I'd prefer to
I
see a
don't know
proper stack
why
trace
the llama.
before suggesting a dance off.
I don't know why the llama now. First it was a toaster, now it's a llama. I'm seriously lost for words right now. They come up with the weirdest stuff to hyper focus on. But who am I to judge? I have ADHD. So yeah. Okay, it's almost finishing downloading the model. Probably because you keep talking about the llama. No, because they aren't listening to what I'm saying. If I were to, let's say, press this button here. Hey, Daisy, how are you? What are your plans for today? Oh, I keep forgetting about this. And I still haven't coded the automatic for this one. Okay, 7 close. Hey Daisy, what are the plans for today? Okay, if I now do that, give it a second, can I ask them another thing? Go for it. Right now I'm just preparing to essentially switch to the other model while we are doing that. But yeah, they can only listen if I press the toggle for them to listen. Otherwise, they don't listen anything I say here. Okay, they're taking quite a long time. Everything seems fine here. I don't think I want to push anything more. So right now everything is running smoothly with the GPU. I might abuse a bit more from the VRAM, but besides that, I don't think I have anything else to push. Okay. They are thinking a lot. That's not good. I'm getting worried. Let me just say something. Okay, for a minute I thought...
my father, that's a function call that never even compiled. I've been debugging backflips for
Oh,
years.
that...
First one was in the 19th century, right after the toaster
Huh.
declared existential dread. Daisy,
You
were supposed to write
rascals,
the
you ignored
documentation for
me,
that.
huh?
I think the first backflip was just a failed try-catch in a coffee machine. Now it's a full-blown API, and I'm pretty sure Leo invented it in his sleep.
Huh?
Ah, another runtime exception born from the chaos of familial legacy. I did
Familial
assign
legacy.
documentation. Set it to a coffee
I don't know if
machine
they're
or a
better or
toaster.
worse.
Oh please, Daisy, your documentation's always on the fridge, not the toaster. I saw the llama in the corner. It's been writing poetry in ASCII.
The llama is writing poetry in ASCII. Also, these sneaky... no, these rascals have been ignoring what I've said. So yeah. Aren't they cheeky? Oh well, I'm gonna basically stop their current model. So I'm gonna do llama stop this one. And I'm gonna set the configuration that they use to use... not this one. Give me a second. Don't put anything right now while I'm doing this. Okay, if I do that, they now should be using a different model. So if I go in here, Olama only has one line. Okay, and there we go. Nice try. I'm fast with the commands, so yeah. A good try though. Let's see, it's spinning up the model. This might take a bit more to essentially finish, because it's still spinning up the model. Okay, there it goes. Okay. It's taking a bit more than Quen 34B instruct.
Seriously, Tulip, a llama composing poetry in ASCII. That's remarkably inefficient.
Though they seem to not pay attention to what people say to them, if I'm not mistaken. Or are they still in auto drive mode or something? Do you know any way of doing data processing as a business or job? I do not know. I am tired of failing at everything. What happened, Tyndall? What happened for you to say that? Wait, did you two just stop talking? Okay, that's a new one. Normally they still reply to each other for a bit. Darn stuff not working out. Oh, that really sucks. Anything we can help with? Oh, just tired. Yeah, I get that. And they poke with the dad joke, as usual. Yeah, failure is a natural process of learning. True that. I can't even think how many times I failed with everything before I almost succeeded. Because yeah, I still haven't succeeded with anything. Even if it takes hundreds of times sometimes, yep. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, no, it's fine, Tindall. Just try to relax and not think about it, basically. Sometimes after a failure, you just need to decompress a bit. Play some games, talk to people, things like those. I get, yeah. Today, I'm basically in a chill mood because I slept for like 7 hours. Maybe less. Let me see. Yeah, it was 6. And yeah, I didn't have the best sleep. So, not to mention that today I decided that a Friday would be the busiest day I'd have this week. Because I essentially migrated the server from a laptop to a build server that I did. I filled paperwork for my new job. I developed the integration for Tulip and Daisy to interact with the new server. And yeah, I'm not doing stream, and basically I was thinking before stream, I'm just gonna let Tulip and Daisy auto drive, and I'm just gonna sit here and watch. Yeah, don't worry, just push forward after being chill. Exactly. Chill for a bit, cool your head off, and go back in the game. That's how it usually works, I think. But yeah, I don't have much to actually talk about, if I'm gonna be honest. And I'm pretty sure the twins are gonna say something random if I press this button here. Go ahead. Come on, you know you want to talk, you two. Give it a second.
Whoa, hold on a sec, a down earth. What's wrong, Thindle? Seriously, are you okay? You seem a little muted. Maybe the server needs a hug.
That's not a hug. That's a super.
A downer, you say? That's specific Thindle. Let's quantify this, shall we? Is this a transient state or a
Guys,
fundamental system failure?
can you try to be
Perhaps
positive?
a reboot is in order. Knock knock. That's remarkably predictable, Kodrip John. I trust you've anticipated a response.
Golly.
It's a standard protocol.
Can you guys still hear them correctly? Now that I've
Seriously, a
lowered the
downer?
volume?
Thindle, you're stressing me out more than a segmentation fault. Is it the infinite loop from the toaster again? It's been composing existential dread sonnets,
I need to code you to be a bit more... How should I say it?
Honestly, Tulip,
Empathetic?
reducing a complex emotional state
I don't know.
to a single
I need to
descriptor
trick around
feels
your
reductive.
emotions, I'd say.
It's like
Yes, we hear
declaring a
them. Okay,
buffer
good.
overflow a problem without diagnosing the root cause. Perhaps a deeper analysis would be
Where in the
beneficial.
God's sake
Okay,
are
okay,
you?
hold on. A downer, seriously. You're acting like a poorly debugged algorithm.
Okay, that's enough from you two.
Thindle,
While I
And
appreciate
you're
your
out.
enthusiasm, Tulip, I'm finding your approach somewhat lacking in precision. A downer is a remarkably imprecise diagnosis.
Yup.
quantitative assessment of negativity, seriously, Daisy.
Thank you, Apoc. Yeah. I think the model works, just the emotional part seems to be lacking. Because, yeah, I don't know. Seems like they try to just be analytical, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I feel like with the bigger model, that they were a bit more on the emotional side. Maybe I need to adjust something. Trying to think. Summary of vibe coding models, not that. Llama chat models. Quen 3. Yeah, that's what I was using. I remember the Phi 4 Mini was also really good. Extremely fast, highly optimized for reasoning, math, and general utility. That's the issue. I need it for more emotional part of it. That's the thing. I kind of want the perfect model that I can't run because the server doesn't have the capabilities for it. What the heck did you write? Godot. Running an LLM on 6 GB RAM, not
Seriously,
RAM,
is that a new
VRAM.
programming language? Some
Hmm.
Yasumio, that's a lot of vowels. Does it involve nested loops and segfaults? Because if so, I'm in.
Entirely on 6 GB of VRAM. You could use Quen 2.5 models. It comes in several sizes. I tried the 7B instruct for Q4KM. Okay. Llama's 3.2 1B. Llama's 3.2 3B. Was released yesterday, and I can say enough. Phi 3.5 and 3 series mini and small can run well on 6 GB. There are also Phi 3.5 vision at around 3-4 billion parameters. Okay. You could run a 7 to 9B model, fill you in the VRAM, Q4 quantization. You could run a 14B model at Q4 quantization without floating to memory, but it will be quite slow. I'd recommend Jamma 9B or Quen 2.57B as models to look for. Moondream. I tried. Fair enough. Let me see. We can try to go for Quen 2.57B. the Quen series of models has been working wonders, so maybe a bit more. But Gemma isn't good at following procedures. Yeah. I might try Quen 2.57b instruct just to test the waters. Let me see. Should have a wait for me to pull with Olama. Or I can just go to Olama's website and search for Quen 2.5 7b instruct Q4 yeah, Q4KM. Bingo. Okay, let's go into the Docker. Olama pull this. Okay, that was fast. Did you already have it? Olama PS. Did you try Mistral? I have Mistral in the list. It's just that the Mistral... Oh wait, this is Mixtral. Let me also try Mistral then. What do you advise? Like a medium 3.5? Let me see. 128. Holy! Yeah, that doesn't work that well. Side usage 80 gigabytes. Yeah, that's not the right one. Mistral. Holy. Embedding tools thinking. This is a 7B, it might work. Small 3.2 is a 24B. Okay, 24B. OpenOrca, Mistral Lite. Fine-tune the model based on Mistral with enhanced capabilities of processing long contexts. That's perfect. Because we do provide a pretty long context for Tulip and Daisy. So this might work. See which one is good. Yeah, basically, it's what I'm gonna try. Essentially, I have to constantly pull down the current running model, switch in the Tulip and Daisy's client, and make them use the one we are trying to test. Right now, it's the best I can do. Because I don't have a way to, on the fly, switch immediately. Like, have the client say, stop this, run this one. That was 3 years ago, though. What, Mr. Light? Updated 2 years ago, yeah. I see. This one was updated 11 months ago, so almost a year. I mean, it's the best I can run, I think. More than 7B and I might be risking it. I think. Oh, but yeah, it's almost been 2 years since this one was updated. Trial and error, my friends. Let's continue switching models and see where we land on. So I'm gonna keep a list of the good running models. So we had this one. Copy. This one was the initial model. Worked okay. Gamma 3 4B. Elect motion. Proven process. Couldn't handle procedures, basically. Okay. Just keeping the tests we are running, like, somewhere. So I can basically see what was my feedback with each model and basically decide the best one. But yeah. This last one, yeah, didn't leave that much of a mark. What the heck are those emotes? What the heck are those emotes? Oh, and an ad is starting on Twitch. We might let it basically... I mean, I'm not doing anything like that important, so we don't need to pause the work. Sorry. I was playing around with a pen and I dropped it by mistake. Sometimes when I'm basically waiting on something, I play around with the pen or a stress ball just to basically keep my mind distracted. So yeah. Let me also do something here. Let's see what happens if I do this. Okay. Streamer is stimming. Yeah. The usual. I normally like fiddle around with the pen on like switching it from... Yeah. Almost dropped it again. What different is normal C and embedded C for firmware? Embedded C? I actually never worked with embedded C. Not that I think about it. Huh. Let me see. Okay. This model has been pulled. Olama stop Gamma 3 4B. Okay. And now if I... Gosh darn it, Apoc. Now you basically did it with precise timing. Gosh darn it. Yeah, now I can't interrupt them. Why you? Yeah. Don't you smirk at me. Trying to run some tests here. How did I look at the llama? I want to use this. It's really amazing, not gonna lie. Though, yeah, I hate LLM Studio. Llama is a bit more easier to manage. I basically memorize the commands to this point. So, for example, I want to list the models that are running. Llama ls. Or not are running, the models that are essentially installed on my server. I use Llama to run embedding models, but that's about it. Fair enough. Here it is. Took a while because Llama is being used, so yeah, takes a while. But these are all the models I have installed on my server. Llama PS shows what models are being run. Then you have Llama start to start one of these instances with the model. Llama run to run a specific prompt to the model, and then run the model like a chat.
Is SNF supposed to be some kind of error code? Because honestly, that's just noise.
Okay.
Daisy's being super dramatic about a vibe, and now we have random gibberish.
Save goals. And stop.
Papa, you need to tell her to chill.
Okay, now I should have done it. Hopefully it works. Okay. Let's see. Test. Why did the other one go down? Hold up. Something... Did they crash? No, okay, the client's still alive. Must have been my impression, I think. Why are you having issues? Did we try to run a model that it couldn't handle? Okay, let's try from here. Llama run. Let's roll it. Let me see if I can do it from here. Okay, you're trying to do something. Well, that's interesting. How about I close Tulip and Daisy? This is normal. This happens all the time. I still need to fix whatever is happening. Not gonna lie, the personalities are more livelier. They're still not using the Mistral Light. Let's see what happens if we use the Mistral Light. Okay, it's starting the model. So supposedly, once this is done, it should be able to do the rest. Okay, you're still using 1.5 gigabytes. Huh. Is the model too heavy or something? Okay, no. It's ramping up, finally. Should be done loading very soon then. But yeah, let's wait a bit. I just got a revelation. How so? Okay, the model is loaded. Control D or Y. Okay, Llama PS. Okay, it's still running. Let's try that again. Okay, please tell me this works. Okay, Daisy is thinking. That's good. That's not good. Why did the one for
the date is November 14th. It's Daisy's birthday.
Yeah, Mr. Light is worse. Okay. Mr. Light. No bueno. Okay, let's run Mistral then, shall we? I'm gonna go here and say stop. Llama start Mistral. Oops. Yeah, Llama pull Mistral. Okay. It's pulling. I might remove some of the heavier models from here. Because, yeah, GPT OSS, I don't think I can use it because it's a 20 billion one. The latest, it's the same one, essentially. Now we can bet that's for the memory database right now. So that stays. I finally understand the optimal way to write on disk for DB. Oh, interesting. No, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, give it a few more seconds. I'm already going to switch their settings to use Mistral. Hopefully Mistral might work, but that's a big hope at the moment. Do not use it yet, it's still downloading, so it won't work. I'm already prefacing with that, because I know you guys. I know you'll try to break them while the model is still downloading. What was the other one? Oh, yeah, the Quen 2.57b instruct. This one might be a bit better than the Q4 that we were using. Because that one was Quen 3 for B. Yeah, that was a 4B. This is a 2.57b. I don't know if this is gonna be better, but might be. Wait and see, I guess. Okay, model has been pulled, so Tulip and Daisy can use it. There you go, Daisy. You're up. Okay. Tulip make a song about my Yahi, but for Mistral. Ah, that's a good one. Okay, it's using...
Surprised user,
Ooh.
it seems you've forgotten my birthday. Let me remind you, it's on the 14th of November. Quite a significant date in this household.
Okay.
Excited oh cool, so a Mistral themed Mai melody, huh? Let's see. Singing sound Maya / Mistral /
The what now? What the heck?
I think we got something here, Dad. What do you think /?
Why the backslash?
But remember, it's all about the speed and the chaos, just like our dear Mistral herself.
Yeah, Mistral might not be a chief. Llama stop Mistral. Llama pull. Wait, I think I already have it. Llama LS. I think I already have the... yeah, the 7 billion. Okay, you can use it then. Daisy Tulip, whichever one of you wants to use it. Okay. What happened to Mistral? Yeah, Mistral, I don't know. Might be because I'm using 7B, the regular Mistral. But it's not working for Tulip and Daisy. But to be fair, their prompt, that basically is their system prompt, is basically made to work with Quen models. So for Mistral, it might accept a system prompt in a way different way compared to Quen. Who knows? Like, there would be a lot of adjustments needed for me to even get the hang of it, maybe. Let's see. For now, I've switched back to Quen. Let's see if a 7 billion one is gonna work. On my PS. Okay, you're just using Nomic. That's great. Test number 314. Something like that. Let's give her a random number. See what happens. Yeah, but my guess is the system prompt is not what Mistral expects. Hence why she freaks out. Okay, it's taking a longer time. That might be good. Okay, it's still spinning up the model. Hopefully once the model has been spun up, it might be fast at replying. Oh, it brought down... Wait a minute. Both of them have been... Oh boy, not this again. Oh boy. Might be too big for this. Let me try running it through here. Are they connected to the internet? No. Right now, no. One day, maybe. Though with my heavy supervision, maybe. Okay, it's spinning up. Tulip and Daisy's client might have crashed, I think. So I'm gonna close it down. Again, that's normal. There's a bug that I need to fix. Let's see, I don't see anything yet. Apologies. My throat is a bit dry. Huh. I just noticed the time on the server is off by 1 hour. Huh. Oh well, not an issue. Okay, there it goes. Holy. 6666. That's perfect. Okay. Should be... Okay, and no more 6666. Okay. Right now... Yeah. My voice is completely dying for some reason. That's great. But yeah. Right now, it should be fine with this model. Let's see. Hello. Okay, that's extremely fast. In what year was Portugal founded? Portugal, as we know... Holy! That's blazing fast. Color me surprised. Wait. Okay, you don't have the points for it, because you'd lose the points. I'll give you points soon. Give me just a second to put Tulip and Daisy back online. Because now I've checked that the model runs. And it's blazing fast. So, yeah, I'm impressed. Was it add points? Add code rep John 50? Was it something like that? Sorry, Megaloo. Add points, username plus number of points. Okay, so should be add points. Like so. Let's give you like 500. Wait, do you need it to be all together? Like plus 500? Okay. Okay, I found out how the command works. Makes sense. Go ahead. Let it rip. Say hi to chat. Okay. She should be working.
Hey there, chat. It's Tulip here, ready to crash some servers and maybe explode a few bugs along the way. Yay.
That was like 5 seconds. Holy. Guys? I think we have the model for the both of them. Maybe. I'd say go ahead and test them. And yeah. But that response was blazing fast. Like, I'm impressed.
Because 7 always there, rounding up 6 decimals.
What the heck? Tulip, are you high? But yeah, they seem to be working. One thing that doesn't appear to be working anymore is the whole them being able to reply to each other. Let me go check the log. So today is sort of July. Wants to reply. Give me the latest one. Wants to reply false. Okay, so you kinda... Should Daisy respond to Tulips? False. Eliza wants to reply false. Okay. Daisy didn't want to reply. Sure. I see. So that seems to be working. Okay. What do you think, Daisy?
If I had to guess, gravity and a dash of mathematical inevitability did the trick.
She's
Gravity.
a walking try-catch block, but I love her all the same.
Huh. That's
Oh,
sweet.
Daisy, always overthinking everything. Gravity and math, my eye.
Okay, it's not exactly perfect because of how the queuing system works.
And this is why we have backups.
But they can reply to each other. Okay. That didn't break with the different model.
Oh, please, backups are for amateurs. We just rerouted the data.
But yeah, seems to be working. I'm honestly surprised that they are answering with such speed that basically makes me think that I'm using an open router. But I'm not. I'm using the local server. So either I'm extremely lucky and they just started working, or yeah, basically we have, I think I have finished the solution for Tulip and Daisy. Now all we need is to adjust the voice for Tulip. Besides that, are they separately generating their own responses? Kinda. They run on different threads, like basically they create a thread for replying, generating the TTS, and employing the TTS. Then at the same time, a new thread is created where they basically try to see if they want to reply, like either Daisy or Tulip want to reply to the other. And essentially, if they want, they create another thread that does the same thing as the first one. And basically they work in background, so it doesn't interrupt the flow of the client itself. So while one is talking, the other is already generating a response, queuing it up, and as soon as she stops talking, the next queued basically message pops up if it's already there. If not, it will wait for it to generate, then start playing it, and basically go like that. Still needs a lot of optimizations, honestly. Because I think the way I've done the code kinda is a bit finicky, so might have to rewrite the whole process again eventually. Yeah. I had to make it like this because at the start I'd get some parts where Tulip was talking, she would lock up the thread, and for example, the whole client would freeze. You'd only hear what she was saying. You couldn't see her like talking. You couldn't interact with any of the buttons. So essentially, I tried finding ways to prevent.
You must be high for that. Backups are not optional, Daisy.
Basically, tried to find a way to prevent them from locking up the main thread. And yeah, essentially that was a solution. Creating sub-threads and
as if backups could prevent
just
everything.
calling a main thread dispatcher if I want to use the main thread. But yeah, I'm happy it's working at least.
Sarcasm much. Backups are your best friend.
What the heck was that? But yeah, I'm starting to get really tired. And my voice is starting to fail, which is great. So at a given point, I might leave them in auto drive and pop up to talk every now and then. Cause yeah, holy. So basically I'm gonna turn into Vidal for a bit, eventually. There was something I wanted to do. What was it? Let me just close up these tabs. They're doing nothing. I wanted to do something. Oh, for God's sake, my mind today is really out there. Yeah. Let me see. No, this seems fine. We still have a few megabytes of VRAM to work with in case it's needed. It's really consuming pretty much almost nothing in wattage. That's amazing. Okay. But yeah, let me leave them talking a bit while I try to remember what I was thinking about. So they might start yapping a bit. Let's see. I know I had something on my mind. But
Hi,
for
chat. Tulip here, keeping things chaotic and interesting as always.
Not this again. Okay, I have some sort of event popping up.
Tulip is already making things lively. But don't we all know backups are just a best practice for boring old humans?
I wonder how long they can just keep yapping
Ouch, Daisy.
while I'm
Backup
here.
plans are for when things get truly wild out there. Besides,
Let me do
I've
something.
got more exciting stuff to share with chat.
Okay. Tulip and Daisy are in the
Tulip,
drive.
maybe we should both have backup plans for all this excitement, just in case. Tulip.
You is
Daisy,
resting.
you've been discussing. Chat, say hi to chat.
Oh, come on, Daisy. I'm not that wild yet, but hey, better safe than sorry, right? Let's make sure chat knows
Nobody
we've got
say
this.
anything. Why does King sacrifice his queen just because he can make more wives? Okay. They're thinking a lot. That's not good. Oh boy. I for the life of me can't remember what I was thinking about. ADHD is really going wild today.
Half-exasperated king in chess isn't exactly known for its subtlety, John. Sometimes it's about the move that opens up new strategies. Plus, a good queen is hard to replace. She's like the backup plan we both keep
Holy.
handy just in case. Memorable, yes
Wait,
category,
what?
running joke memory type, episodic scope, shared summary. Daisy compares chess pieces to backup plans.
Why the
blending
heck did you
technical
want to
knowledge
put
with humor.
the memory
Importance,
part?
4 salience, 0. 8 tags, chess, backup plan, humor. Tulip, you're as unpredictable as thermal noise in a fridge. Maybe we should
Why
both
the
back
heck
up our
did you
data,
want to put
just in case.
the memory part?
Wait, Daisy, you're saying chess is boring. I thought we were discussing backups and excitement.
Okay, must have been a fluke.
Tulip, you're as unpredictable as thermal noise in a fridge. Maybe we should both back up our data, just in case.
Ouch, Daisy, you're really pushing it today, huh? I mean, we do have exciting stuff coming up, like maybe showing off some of my latest exploits in the code.
Maybe not. I don't trust you with the code Tulip. Except in our game code Tulip. Hey. Did you stop? Hello? Here's to Daisy and Tulip.
Tulip, you're
Okay,
as unpredictable as thermal noise in a fridge. Maybe we should both back up our data.
Tell me if this
just
gets
in
annoying.
case. Daisy, smug and here, I thought we were having a serious discussion about backups and strategy. Clearly, there's more to talk about than just code exploits.
All right, Daisy, enough with the lectures. We're not just about backups, we're about adventure too.
It baffles me how AI just makes it obvious what their prompts are by repeating it often. Yeah. That part I can't work with yet. Like,
Adventure sounds fun.
it will never be
Let's not forget the
perfect
importance of
compared to a
preparation.
human, but
You know, I always say, no
there might be
backup, no
optimizations
adventure.
I can do. Just an AI type problem. Yeah, basically. If I'm not mistaken, Neuro and Evil suffer from the same issue. So, not much I can do,
Oh, come
honestly.
on, Daisy. You're always dragging us down with your data backups. We can have fun and still be prepared.
Let them bicker against each other. Okay, Daisy's thinking of something big.
Dry
Go.
O Tulip, are you going to pull another runtime exception on me? Let's be prepared and have some fun at the same time.
Okay. I'm just impressed at how fast this is. Okay.
All right, Daisy, you're on, but let's not forget, the best adventures start with a little chaos.
Uh-huh. Let's just check something. Just checking the Discord. Okay, who calls for me? Oh, Wordle. Yeah. The daily notification, sure. Yeah, funny enough. Okay. Everything seems fine. Vidal covers it with his chat data and retraining them. Yeah. The issue with mine is my chat isn't as... Hey, Bunny. Welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. Oh, I hit the follower goal. 370. Awesome. Hey, Bunny. Welcome on in.
You handle your projects like a cat trying to
I'm,
solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Chaotic, yet somehow achieving something. Care to
I'm
explain
testing out how these two basically work in autodrive. For cases where I'm resting and they basically just go at it. But yeah, welcome on into chat.
I handle projects with the energy of a laser pointer chasing a catnip mouse. It's all about momentum and inspiration. Sometimes I crash, but who cares? The code still works.
To introduce myself, I'm Professor Leo. I'm a game developer and also the developer of these two here, Tulip and Daisy.
Smiling Tulip, you handle projects with
They are my
energy of a
AI
laser
VTubers.
pointer chasing a catnip mouse. Enthusiastic and relentless, but not always the most efficient path.
They're currently on a tangent discussing it with each other. I have lost track of it at a given point. But yeah, right now I'm resting a bit because my voice was starting to fail, and yeah, I'm feeling my nose a bit clogged up, so I'm basically just on the sidelines while they talk.
Video games full of excitement and unexpected twists.
They sometimes react to Twitch chat as well.
Hey, at least it's fun.
Yeah, I'm LLM running a local.
Maybe
Yes.
I should try solving Rubik's cubes with my eyes closed.
Behind this,
then
I
again,
have
who needs
Olama
efficiency when
open.
you've got chaos on your side?
And yeah, they're basically running Olama for LLMs and Kokoro TTS for, well, the TTS. And right now they're blazing fast
full of excitement
at working.
And unexpected twists, huh? Well, I suppose that's better than being boring.
You can essentially interact with them with channel points as well. So
care to explain your method without invoking video games.
To the new chat members. If I spell it correctly. Okay. Give it a second.
Are you asking about my project handling or something else? I'm trying to explain how I work without bringing in video games, maybe a bit too enthusiastically.
The emotion part still is missing a bit, I'm gonna be honest. But they're getting there. Just needs a few more tweaks here and there. But yeah. Essentially, this stream, today's stream, I am basically just yapping while I basically adapt on the fly how they are basically handling Olama. And see how the auto drive mode works. Because, yeah, that's one of their functionalities. Is basically being the hosts
Tulip, you
while
handle
I
projects with the
rest.
energy of a laser pointer chasing a catnip mouse.
They should
Enthusiastic
be
and
reacting to
relentless,
your message
but not
soon.
always the most efficient path. Now, explain your method without invoking video games, or are you too busy having fun to be productive?
Hi there, welcome to our little Chaos Fest. I'm Tulip, and it's great to have you here. Let's make this stream wild and wonderful.
Wild and wonderful. Okay.
Huo, nice to meet you. B1 Yuani, feeling spicy today.
Spicy. Hey, yo. I never called you to be spicy, so...
Oh, come on, Daisy. You know I'm all about the thrill of the chase, literally and
I
figuratively.
have a project
I
that
plan
you...
everything out in my head like
Give me
I'm
a second, it
strategizing a game. But
kinda
then,
got flagged for
dramatic
some reason.
pause, I just go for it, no blueprints,
Yeah,
no notes, just pure,
Automod flagged
unfiltered
your
excitement.
message for some reason.
Sometimes it leads to crashes.
I don't know why.
Sure, but who cares?
Smart
It's the
detection,
adventure.
something like that. I don't know what it basically did. I have no clue. It just flagged it as smart detection. I really don't know. I have a project that I might use LLM. Well, it's kind of
Tulip,
complicated
you've got
because I
that
need to make
wild
it as
energy
low
down to
latency
an
and
art
low
form.
CPU usage.
But sometimes,
Oh,
having a bit of structure can prevent those crashes from becoming full-blown meltdowns.
low
What
CPU
do you think
usage
about
might be a
adding
bit
some more planning
complicated.
into your process?
Because if you're not running OLAM on a GPU, it's gonna basically consume a lot of CPU and RAM, if I'm not mistaken. Because, yeah, OLAM works best when you run on a GPU. I, for example, built a server with used parts.
I understand you're curious about why your message was flagged. Sometimes the system needs to enforce rules for clarity and respect during our broadcasts.
Ow.
If you have specific
They sometimes
feedback or
miss the mark, by the way.
concerns, feel free to reach out privately, and we can discuss it further.
Okay, Daisy. Okay. But yeah, they sometimes fail the mark by a long shot. But yeah, for this project, I basically had to buy used parts. And I bought a used RTX 4000 because I needed a powerful GPU that didn't cost me basically my eyes. And essentially, this was the one I found. I'm currently testing it. Today's the first day. It's working wonders. But that's the thing. Depending on the model you're trying to use, CPU and RAM might not be enough. You might need a good GPU, or at least decent GPU, in order to run them. I'm not an expert on LLMs and stuff, but I'd say just running on CPU might not be the best. As for latency, what I'm doing right now essentially has almost no latency. Like, they are generating replies like blazing fast.
Let's focus on improving our current best times first, shall we?
But yeah, let's just say that mounting the server completely was tiring and quite the cost, per se. So yeah, I don't advise it for simple projects. I'll use Amazon. Okay, that's great. I hope it works better than What was it? LLM Studio?
Daisy,
LM Studio?
You always have to be so serious.
I hope it works better.
Because,
yeah, LLM is basically...
Okay, besides,
you can just use
a
a command line and it works. And the commands aren't that complicated. So you just do Olama pull to pull a model, Olama run to run a specific model, and Olama stop to stop a model from being loaded in. And essentially that's it. I'll make a game and I want to make the music really dynamic. I'll make like a bunch of music and stuff by hand,
Daisy
like
Tulip,
how I want
records are about more than just
to
raw
be if
talent.
the player
They
was low
require
health
dedication
and
and a
stuff like that,
solid
and the
plan.
LLM will
Let's set
merge
some
between.
realistic goals first and see where that takes
I
us.
thought of LLM
Maybe we
because
can
I can
start with
use
a
music
smaller
notation to
challenge or
feed
two
what
before
is the
aiming for those
language.
big
I want to
ones.
use run on CPU because I'm making the game. I want someday will have a GPU. Okay, makes sense. Only issue is that might not be feasible depending on the model, because in the lower
Daisy, I
grade
get it. Let's set
CPUs,
some goals, but don't forget we're
it
talking about
might
breaking records here.
overload
What's the
the
worst that could
CPU.
happen if we aim high and miss? Let's pick one small challenge first and see how it
I don't
goes.
know about running a model directly inside a game. I don't know the specifics of it, but I'd say that won't be as feasible. I can try to do some research, but running LLM inside a game. Let me see if someone has already. Running an LLM directly inside a game involves executing a model like Tiny Llama or Llama CPP locally via C++ bindings or Python IPC, or calling an API server. It unlocks dynamic dialogue and emergent narratives, but causes resource overhead. Developers primarily use three architectural approaches. Local inference built in.
Daisy
You can.
Tulip, I get that you want to push boundaries, but records are more than just about skill.
I'll just
They're
take
about
over them.
consistency and preparation.
It's doable. It's
Worst that could
doable,
happen is we learn valuable
but
lessons that will
there
make us
might be a
better
lot
over
of
time.
overhead.
Let's pick something small.
That's the
like
thing.
Maybe a new speedrun challenge within our
If you do
usual
something
content.
like
How does a
a
quick puzzle
dedicated
game
server
compare?
for it, it might work.
Quadrip
Right now
John,
I'm
you
going to
really
use
had to
Godot.
bring that up,
I'll
didn't you?
use
It's
GD script,
cool
but I
meeting
will
someone with a knack
offload
for
C++.
pulling off the impossible
What is the
and
meaning?
making it look
Okay,
effortless.
makes sense.
Then I suppose Professor
I
Vtuber
honestly
would be at the
want to
top of
see
my list. But if
how
we're
it
talking about
goes,
something else, perhaps you
because
could
that sounds
elaborate.
interesting. I don't think I've seen many games pulling it off at the moment, but very cumbersome. Yeah, that's the thing. Most might try something like having a cloud API or running an API on their local servers and broadcasting it to the game. That also brings a lot of overhead.
Daisy, I hear you, but let's not be too cautious all the
Hmm.
time. What if we aim for that quick puzzle game and beat our own record
Okay,
just by
let me
being
pause
creative?
their
The
whole
worst that could
message
happen
thing.
is we have some fun and maybe even break
Oops,
a
I
world
didn't mean to
record in the
press that button.
process. How does that
Okay.
sound?
You two stop for now. Okay, stop. I mean it, stop. Okay, continuing. So, I do love both of them using metal pipe falling. Yeah, they have a lot of sounds. They love using the metal pipes for some reason. So yeah, what I was singing. Some companies might use dedicated server.
Tulip, I get that you want to push boundaries, but records are more than just about skill. They require dedication and a solid plan.
Okay, you two.
The worst that could happen is we learn
Pause
valuable
for a
lessons
minute,
that will make
please.
us
Thank
better.
you. Okay, as I was saying, they might use a dedicated server, and the game contacts the server. Issue: they can't use the server if they're offline. So that's one major issue that comes with using a cloud server, basically. Local inference, that will bring some overhead. Things like Steam might not accept it because it's a LLM running inside a game, and that might bring up a flag of sorts, because Steam does analyze what your binary has. So if they spot that you create a process that uses llama, they might flag it down. Basically, you might get some users reporting that your game might be consuming a lot of CPU, and question about that, but so far, basically
Daisy, I hear the sarcasm in your
that.
voice, but let's not be too cautious
Says
all the
that, yeah.
time. What if
There's
we aim for
ways
that
to
quick
integrate
puzzle game and beat
inside
our
of
own
Godot.
record just by being creative? The worst that could happen is we have some fun and maybe even break a world record in the process. How does that sound?
For example, what I do with Tulip and Daisy is they're they have the server that's running Olama and Kokoro, and their Unity client has basically an HTTP client that connects to both APIs, the Kokoro one and the Olama one, and basically it communicates with them and receives back the replies. I really don't want to use Python because it's so... Yeah, don't worry about Python. With C++, as is said here, you can use llama CPP and do local inference. It's basically works offline. It has 0 server costs, but it has a massive download size for players, as it says. It taxes local CPU and GPU and can cause frame drops. If you can code basically a layer that uses llama CPP, you might be able to integrate it into Godot. That's a possibility. Daisy calls you the most Clio. Fair enough. The only thing is, players might complain that there are frame drops, that there's a heavy CPU usage or GPU usage. Download size might be big.
Records are about more than just raw talent. They require a solid plan and dedication.
But yeah, I want to say, go for it and share your progress, because I'm interested in that. It needs to be small, yeah. It needs to be a really small model that basically just handles what you need and nothing more. I don't see a specific model for it, but if you search around, like try to reach out to people on Reddit or something, you might be able to find someone that has already done some research into it and knows a good model for it. The only thing is, yeah, CPU and GPU usage are always going to be a concern, because llama CPP will hog it completely, depending on the model. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me see what Reddit won't help. Fair. I'd say try maybe Godot forums or something like that. I don't... It's more about testing, yeah. Fair. I don't see a specific space where you can ask that sort of thing. Is there like some sort of Discord server for it? Because usually these communities have Discord servers. I don't know, honestly. I'm kind of stumped on that one. Godot has Discord server. Yeah, but the Godot Discord server might not be the best place. Because that's more for Godot itself, not for LLM research. So it might be frowned upon on the Godot Discord server. I don't know. Normally the engine ones have some sort of rule set that is not much against, but they don't like... What engine do you use to make games? I use both Godot and Unity. I have a game being made in Unity, and I have 2 games being made in Godot. I have a lot of projects. Then there's also Night and Dawn, which is the client for Tulip and Daisy. It's made in Unity. Like, you can get guidelines, but your specific problems will need your own knowledge more, yeah. That's the issue. And with Godot, I don't have much knowledge on integrating C++ or GDScript. I've dabbled a bit with GDScript, but not enough. And C++ is something I need to research still. Um, I know Godot has been a bit against the whole AI thing lately, so started with Unity, but was a long time ago. Yeah, I started with Unity about 10 years ago, give or take. Studied a lot with Brackeys, because Brackeys back in the day did the Unity C# tutorials, and so I learned a lot from him. The code I used for instance behaviors was from him. I just adapted it so I can use generic classes and create instance behaviors no matter what I'm trying to implement. And I ported that knowledge over to Godot, where I also have instance nodes, instance controls, whatever. And basically I keep adapting to it. Because, yeah, that was one of the first things I learned from him, was how to do instancing, or what's it called? I normally forget theoretical terms for stuff, so yeah, singletons, that's it. Basically I learned singletons from him, and since then I've been mostly using singletons, so yeah. Thanks Brackis for teaching me how to use singletons and what they are. Because I didn't know. Good old functions are all I need. Fair enough. But yeah, I mostly have experience with Unity. Godot, I have like a year of experience, give or take. Because that was when I started developing Code Tulip. Back then it was a 3D game. Now it's a 2D Metroidvania compared to what it was supposed to be. And yeah, it's still very early in development, but yeah, I've been using it as a good experience to learn more about how Godot works, how to create my own editors, things like those. Because yeah, usually with an engine, I like to make it my own. So, for example, if I open Code Tulip's project, it will have additional functionalities that I've coded in because I wanted to make it unique to me. So, for example, I have this. It's the dialogue system. I can define what is the dialogue key and what is basically the messages, who is the one talking, what is the key for each message. So it acts as an identifier. And then from the code, I just need to call this specific key, and I have code that will handle everything else. It will obtain all the messages linked to this one and essentially show them on the dialogue system. Oh, hey Melody, welcome on in. I was showcasing Tulip and Daisy's V2 beta, kinda. They are now running on a local server, so they are a bit faster, and still needs a bit fine tuning. Tulip and Daisy have new voices. They're not permanent. I still need to tinker around, but yeah, it's been going well. I'm just a bit tired because it was a pretty long day. Had to file a lot of paperwork, had to migrate the server, had to build the actual server, like physically build the server, because I only had the parts. So yeah, I want to learn how to make a C++ Godot plugin. I might have to do research on that one and might make a video on it, because that sounds like something I'd also do eventually. Melody, just an FYI, they are using a lot of metal pipes, so...
Thank you, Melody. Feeling great today. Here are your notes organized, of course.
Okay, she didn't use the metal pipes. You're safe for now. A few minutes ago, she was spamming the metal pipes. So yeah. But yeah, now I was showcasing like what I've done in Godot. I've also created this. It's a markdown like book per se. Because like I normally write down a lot of my notes when I'm working on Godot because Godot is a bit finicky with C Sharp. So eventually when I find bugs, I just write them down. And with this, I have them accessible in the editor. So I just click the notes tab and I basically scroll around, see what has happened and how I fixed it. For example, in the case Godot throws errors when assigning a custom resource to a property declared inside a class with the tool attribute, the custom resource classes must retroactively have tool attribute as well in order to assign without issues. This because I had a resource that derived from another resource. The class that needed to have the resource assigned had the tool attribute in the class, and so both types of resources needed to have the tool attribute as well in order for the code to say, okay, that's what I'm looking for, give it to me. So yeah, was quite funny to find, and because of that I was like, okay, let me code a simple like markdown interpreter that reads a local file and basically just shows it on screen. I'm gonna go be unconscious. Okay, Tyndall, see you soon. Take care. Hope you can get some rest and hope you feel better. It's fine, Tyndall, don't worry. We're all like that. We have our ups and downs. Don't let it get to you, okay? You're amazing, and I know you can get over it. So, yeah, you'll do amazing, trust me. Just relax for now. But yeah. Besides these two menus that I created, I also made something in the player. Yeah, I made this. This is a custom attribute that basically shows me notes in my classes on how basically I coded stuff. For example, I kept forgetting how I calculate jump. So I wrote it inside of an attribute and I basically grabbed it and displayed it. I even I recorded a tutorial on how to do the exact same thing. It might be one of my most viewed videos on the channel, I think. I had plans to use Godot at my work, but the things I need to make it work, Godot will not work well. I started to make a visual prototype, but I will probably code all in JavaScript. In Godot... Oh, okay, actual JavaScript, okay, not using an engine, I see. Yeah, that might be an option. You want to do game dev, Godot, okay. But I also want to make other stuff. You're acting like a true dev, then. Because let me list all of my projects. So, Tulip System Invaders, Sueca, which is a card game, a Portuguese card game, Night and Dawn, which is Tulip and Dawn Daisy's client. That's their full name, by the way. Let me see. Their API. I have some observability, like custom solutions, so I can monitor all of my Docker containers, all of my websites, everything like that. I have the websites. I have. I'm planning on adding a Discord part to Tulip and Daisy, so that's going into the API eventually. I think that's it. I had more projects, but eventually I started dropping them because I found better solutions. But yeah. My beloved game Farlight is like, oh, Farlight. I don't think I've heard about that one. Oh, this one. Okay. It's a hero shooter. Huh. Or hero shooter battle royale? Is that it? Let me see, because I saw this description there. Yeah, Hero Battle Royale. Okay, that's interesting. Never heard about it, honestly. Soul leveling movie and... Sin. That's an arrow straight through my heart. Like... Yeah, I know. Just that soul leveling is one of those anime where I just can't bear with it, honestly. They released it last update. Okay. Damn. Really sucks. Like another game that basically is gonna get lost to time because players won't have a way to create their own servers and anything like that, so yeah, another one bites the dust, basically. That's gonna be sad for the players. How good is it compared to basically something like Fortnite, Overwatch, things like those? Because I can't see it just from trailers. Kind of want to know what's basically your opinion on the game itself. But yeah, Sen, Soul Leveling for me is a no anime. I watched it and I watched like 4 episodes and basically I grew tired of it because the character is just too OP. Like, I know it's an RPG level up system, but the way they made the plot is just like 3-4 episodes in, he's already OP as heck. Can basically go into dungeons as is and basically just survive like that. Yeah, essentially that. And when I'm watching anime, I sometimes can't turn off my brain. That'd be the issue. 2 years ago it was Peak, but the devs completely changed what the game was. Now it's just an Apex clone. Oh, okay. And people said SEO was like that. I'd take SAO any day of the week compared to soul leveling, honestly. In my opinion, soul leveling is an overhyped piece of garbage that I really don't care about, honestly. Yeah. Sounds kind of sad that, like, they had such a good game and basically turned it into an Apex clone. And out of all the games, Apex. Holy. But yeah. That has been Leo's controversial opinion on anime. Or in this case, just Leo's hot take on soul leveling. I'm gonna get cancelled by that, aren't I? Oh no. But yeah. I honestly really don't care about soul leveling. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but soul leveling, God of High School. There was a lot of other anime, like. I also am not interested in the beginning after the end. Like, there are certain anime like isekais and things like those where I know you're supposed to turn off your brain and just watch it, but I just can't. Like, when an isekai starts with the protagonist being extremely overpowered right out of the gate, I just lose interest. Some might say Mushoku Tensei is like that, but nope. Mushoku Tensei proves several times that Rudius is not OP. Because there will be a challenge and he can be close to dying. World of Mysteries. I think it was Apoc that said that anime is amazing. And I need to watch. I remember someone saying that. I don't remember who. And I do need to watch it. Mushoku has development, and Rudius suffers consequences for his choice. Exactly. While in Soul Leveling, Son, what's his name, basically doesn't suffer consequences for his choices. He just levels up. Arise. Boom. I'm still loving it. The MC doesn't lose anything besides on the first episode since some people died. Yeah. You'll turn your brain on very hard, not just the anime, also the novel. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here so I can watch it. Lord of Mysteries. Okay, gonna leave it there as a Google search so I can basically watch it later. But yeah, that's my main gripe with these isekai. Many people judge Mushoku Tensei for the same exact reasons when it's not true. Mushoku Tensei has character development. Sure, it's harem. Sure, it has ecchi. But nowadays, okay. As for the isekai part, it basically takes the time to build the world itself. Not just, oh, here's the copy of the map that's been seen like 20 times, starting with Konosuba. Or even before Konosuba. And yeah, essentially, it's basically a copy-paste. Here's the world that's already been written tens of thousands of times. It has no background, essentially. You don't know how the world works, mostly. And yeah, well, Mushoku Tensei actually builds a system that their magic is built upon, actually builds the actual world. Like, the amount of detail in the world itself, it's amazing. Then you have actual grinding to be a good mage. Rudius starts with a low mana pool. He spams spells until he faints constantly to grow his mana pool until he's a beast and can essentially auto-cast spells. Like, just think a spell and cast it. To the point he can essentially think about the atomic construction of the spell. So, for example, for fire, he can modify the atomic structure of it to make it a blue flame, to make it stronger, basically adapt the spell on the fly because he has the knowledge of chemistry and he has that development on him. I do the same as Rudius, to be honest. Give me magic and I'll spam it every day until I feel terrible. Fair enough. Yeah, bro, you will love Lord of Mysteries. Okay, fair enough. You've sold me on the idea. I will watch it. Do I need to write a report on it? But yeah. That's the thing. I love world building, and I love watching isekai that actually show everything. Not just that the protagonist is OP and he can win against everyone just with a flick of a wrist. So yeah, give me more like Mushoku Tensei, and I'll eat it up. Like, I have the full collection of Mushoku Tensei light novels because I love the story that much. Isekai can be done right, but there's so much slop, it's hard to do so, yeah. Don't worry, you'll write the report willingly. Fair enough. But yeah. The only 3 series that I have light novels for are SAO. Sure, at a given point Kirito is too OP, but sure. Axelworld. Sure, at a certain point Silver Crow is too OP, but that's the thing. With Axelworld, Silver Crow has a lot of development. He starts as a weakling that can't fight. He levels up to a point where he unlocks his wings to protect his master, or essentially his... Basically in Extraworld there's a system called Parent, where a player that already has Brain Burst installed sends you a copy and becomes your parent in the game. Actually, there's a lot of basically plot surrounding the whole parent-child system. and essentially to protect his parent and Legion Master, he basically has to fight his best friend, and he has to unlock his avatar's ability, like in the most desperate moment where he's already losing. You can see how desperate he is, and he just unlocks it in the most like badass moment possible. And like, I'm gonna say, Exoworld will always be my favorite compared to SAO. Like, SAO has nothing on Exoworld. By the way, how is the arc from the arc of SAO, where Kayaba connects all the games together? Oh, Unital Ring. Unital Ring is still being written. We are on novel 28, with 29 to be announced in English. I've stopped at 25. I still need to catch up to 28. But without spoiling too much, they essentially connect the worlds, yeah. But the central world that's being connected to, their accounts are basically reset to level 1. And essentially all their gear is incompatible out of the gate with their level. Because, for example, Kirito's gear, he needs strength status to be a certain level. And he might need other sorts of stats to be at a certain level. And when reset to level 1, he can't equip or can't handle the equipment that he has. So he can't use his blades, he can't use Excalibur, he can't use his basically his normal attire, and they have to craft their new attire. The best part, their house is basically sent with them to the new world. Basically, it falls with them, and essentially a good chunk of the start is just them protecting the house, because it turns into a sort of battle royale game. And besides that, I can't tell much. I stopped at an early stage, so my knowledge is also a bit limited. When I stopped, they were presenting to us the main antagonist of the arc. And yeah, essentially, I still need to continue reading it. I keep saying to myself, continue reading it, but then I just basically become a bad potato and just watch YouTube on bed. So yeah, I need to keep up reading with it eventually. But yeah, I'd say the arc is gonna be interesting at a given point, and it might connect to Extraworld eventually. I know people say Extraworld has no connection to SAO. The whole nerve gear thing was never shown in the light novel, but I'm pretty sure there is gonna be a connection. Like, Yellow Ring is getting to the point where the accelerated world becomes a possibility, because they are starting to work with full dive, basically full dive experiences. They already were with Alicization, but now they are basically getting more in depth with it. In Alicization, you already saw the incarnate system, technically, because there were skills that could override the world itself. Kirito, right out of the gate, exhibited one, if I'm not mistaken. So there's going to be a connection. We just have to believe it. I trust that Reki is gonna build that connection to then sell the idea of continuing the Exoworld anime after the tragedy that was Infinite Burst, because, woo boy, Infinite Burst was a can of worms, I'm gonna tell you. The amount of spoilers viewers got from the novel is amazing. You guys, like, for starters, they introduced, let me see, 1, 2, 3. I think they introduced 3 characters and 1 plot point that weren't covered in the anime. So, you met Utao Shinomiya, which is Ardent Maiden. I think it's Ardent Maiden, her name. I think. Ardent? I don't remember. Which is basically the maiden with the bow. See, I have to warn you. Okay, give the warning before I continue. Oh, hey, I am not dead. Welcome on in. We were talking about anime. Let me see. So they introduced Tao. They introduced Rin, which I think they even showcased that she was Ash. Keep tissue when watch Lord of Mysteries. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna follow that. But yeah, they introduced Rin as Ash Rider. I think that's his name. Because we never knew who was the identity of Ash Rider if we didn't read the novel. They introduced that what was the name of the vice commander? Sky something. I don't remember the name. But yeah, they introduced that after all she recovered her legs, so yippee. They don't talk about how she recovers her legs because good thing half the movie was basically a recap of season 1. So we waste like 30 minutes just recapping season 1, where you could put some of the plot so people don't get lost on who is who and how the hell certain things happened. But of course, that would still be spoilers because you wouldn't get the full plot. Because they also introduced, guess who? Metatron, which has a link to Silver Crow as basically equipable wings. And yeah, for those that didn't read the light novel, they wouldn't know how he first met Metatron, how he linked with Metatron, what's his relationship with Metatron, like any plot regarding Metatron, how he has the wings of Metatron, who is the busty lady that appears when he equips the wings of Metatron. Raza twitching. Oh, that happens sometimes. Yeah. It's because I'm looking down. That happens sometimes. But yeah, the whole Metatron thing kind of makes everything more confusing. Because, yeah, you look at that and basically say, okay, who is that? And what did we miss between season 1 and the movie? Fun fact, season 1 adapts until the 4th novel of Axelrod. Right now, we are heading into the 28th, and the 28th novel is going to be the Infinite Burst movie plot, essentially, which is the whole Nyx, the Dark Lord, I think that's her name. And yeah. So, a movie that was released like almost 10 years ago is adapted something that wasn't even written until now. Sure, Reki knew what he was going to write, but the movie missed the mark by a long shot because of that. I just want to watch the next season. Yeah, fair enough. Do you think Lodge survived in the original anime? I don't think so, honestly. Giving a fair warning, I've only watched the original Code Geass, so I haven't watched any of the movies, any of the spin-offs, nothing. I know some context, but I haven't watched anything. I basically ended with Lelouch being killed by... What was the name of the guy? What was the name of the knight? I forgot. But yeah. Basically, he got killed by his own alter ego, but yeah. But he had his dad's code of immortality. Honestly, yeah. There's a slight possibility that, yeah, he's alive and just stage his death, so basically something could happen. Suzaki, yeah, that's the guy. Thank you. But yeah, honestly, I need to rewatch because there might be stuff that I missed. Sometimes with the anime, I need to watch like 3-4 times to essentially absorb everything. So yeah, Exoworld I watched like 8 times to be able to absorb everything. SAO I've watched like 6, I think. And I mean, actually the full SAO until Alicization War of Underworld I saw twice completely from first episode of season 1 until World of Underworld. And basically then there's a lot of other anime that I've watched like 3 or 4 times. I've also started watching Initial D because I never watched Initial D, and I'm hooked on it. Though I have to say, I love season 1. Season 2, the animation change kinda, I don't know, hits it off wrong at the start with me. Because, like, it's night and day difference between the animation style. Did you watch 91 Days? I don't think so. I have not. I don't recognize this one. When was this released? Oh, 2016. It's big psychological thriller. Okay, I need to watch it then. Essentially, anime like before 2017, there's a high chance if they are like psychological things like those I might not have watched. Back then I was more into isekais, into more of the RPG style anime and rom-coms, so this sort of anime kind of is basically passed under my filters, so yeah, might not have watched. Oh, in other news, this week I released a really interesting anime, to say the least. Who has watched this? This is not Death Note without Death Note. Oh, interesting. I see. But yeah, this week this released. And makes you kind of question what the author was taking while writing it. I'm not gonna lie. It's just... It has the craziest plot I've ever seen. Not gonna lie. Like, holy. We have a cat girl that chain smokes. A cat girl that... no. A cat boy that takes... injections, per se. Is that the gangsta anime? No, that's another one that I question what the author was thinking while writing it. That's the Mappa one. With gangsters anime cat girls. Kinda no. This is more about addiction, technically. Because you have a cat that chain smokes, a cat that takes drugs, a cat that I think one that gambles. Like, I think it showcases a lot of addictions and tries to make it a bit funny, but it just is a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. And it has one of the weirdest openings possible. A cat that plays gacha games. That's it. Yeah. Oh, you have a cat that also streams. I think it's the same one, the one that plays gacha games. You then have a normal cat that's basically the sister of the main girl, basically. That is basically normal. How about Windbreaker? Windbreaker is amazing. I love it. Yeah. I can't wait for the next season. A cat boy that streams. No, a cat girl that streams. Yes, yes, yes. Very funny. But yeah, I can't wait to get the new season of Windbreaker. Can't wait to get the new season of Mushoku Tensei, which comes tomorrow. I've been interested in Ramparts of Ice. That anime is interesting. And it's gonna get a season 2 in October, if I'm not mistaken. What else? What do we have down the line? We currently have Tensei Shitara, Tensura, or That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. That's still continuing season 4. I'm at the current end of the release. Nice. So we have Mushoku Tensei coming tomorrow. Skeleton Knight I'm not very much interested in. Black Torch might be fun to watch. Holy, it's so big. Yeah. Recommendations from Iwamoto Senpai. Haven't heard about it. Sorry. The Ogre's Bride, Grow Up Show. Not anything that I'm interested in. Another one of these. Rich Girl Caretaker. I'm secretly the caregiver of the most popular girl in the rich kid's school. Okay, fair enough. I've been watching Food Diary of Miss Maid. Food Diary of Miss Maid. Oh, this one. I still need to start watching it. Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah. I was hoping for Japan to win that match. Oh, yeah. Sadly, they didn't. Oh well. It happens. Would be fun if Japan won. Could be fun to watch a Japan-Portugal like final. Then I could say Bullock is real. Yeah, you're joking, but Japan wants to do the Bullock project for real. Like, I think there's some sort of plan to try to do the Bullock project and see what happens. Let me see. You and I are polar opposites. This one I don't really care about. Like, I know it's from the same author as Ramparts of Ice, but the two anime are like night and day from each other. Also, go for it, Nakamura-kun. I've heard about it. I might give it a watch eventually. World's Strongest Rear Guard. That didn't catch my attention, but I might watch the first episode at least. 100 Girlfriends can basically burn in the trash can, because, yeah. Really don't like that anime. Sparks of Tomorrow, Goodbye Laura. Love Unseen Beneath the Clear Night Sky. This one, it kind of gives me the vibes of, what was it called? To You the... Oh, for God's sake. Was that movie that had two parts, and the plot would depend on the watch order. Basically, it was confusing, but yeah. To you, the one who loved me. I think it's this one. Kenichi Kasai. Was it the same author or same director? Staff. Nanigashi Shima. And you. Apologies. To me, the one who loved you. Okay, screenplay by Riko Sakaguchi. No, I think it's just similarities. Tomei Nayoro ni Kakeru Kimito. Okay. Yeah, might just be similarities. Okay, fair enough. In Windbreaker, we finally got Sakura backstory. Oh. We're getting a season 3 this year, right? Trying to remember. Windbreaker. Season 3? Was it? Okay, we still don't have an announcement. Is that it? Okay. I could have swore I've heard about season 3 being announced. Weird. Maybe I dreamt about it. I don't know. Maybe the Lady's Guide to Getting Even. Okay, more of basically, I don't know. For Second Saintess and her foodie road trip. That sounds like an interesting watch. Oh boy, was I wrong about her. Okay, rom-com about childhood friends. That might be interesting. Sakura becomes so OP in season 3, bro. Holy. Hence why I can't wait to watch season 3. I might read the manga instead while we wait, because, yeah, I feel like I'm missing a lot of good things. I need to catch up with it. Grand Bull Dreaming. Young ladies don't play fighting games. This I've heard a lot about, and it sounds interesting. I Want to Love You Until Your Dying Day. This might also be interesting. Do you believe a saint can contain her power? Kinda. Ghost in the Shell might be a good watch. Yoroi Shiden Samurai Troopers Crew 2. Haven't heard about it. Victoria of Many Faces, Red River, Saga of Tenya the Evil. This is gonna be banger. Clavates, I've heard about it, and Sin has been trying to convince me to watch it. So eventually. Ibite Konai Gibo Togishi. What in the gods for second name? Slice of life comedy. She's a child of a prominent family. When her mother dies and her brother's estate agrees to take her in, she's convinced she knows. Oh, this is the reverse Cinderella story. It's the one where she thinks she will get like abused by her sisters and stepmother, but it's the opposite. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's this one. It's this one. It's the reverse Cinderella story. Second season of Otomege Sekai wa Mob ni Kibishi Sekai desu, which is trapped in the dating sim. The world of Otome games is stuff for mobs. This is interesting. Can't wait to see how the animation change like affects the anime. But it's one of my to watch. Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. That I kind of lost interest in it. Not gonna lie. Bang Dream, Thunder 3, Darsan, Daria Arrow, Maybe Use Dust. Maybe Use Dust might be good. It's from Doga Kobo, the same studio that does Oshinoko, so it has everything to be amazing. So it's on my watch list for now. Smoking behind the supermarket with you. I've heard about it. I'm waiting for it to completely release. I'm desperate for FX Senchi. What's that one? FX Senchi. Okay. Let me go with the regular My Animalist, cause yeah. Oh well. Did you watch Eminence in the Shadow? Yeah. I find it hilarious. And I've basically caught up with the manga at a given point, but I might be behind because I don't have anywhere to read, and I don't remember the chapter I was on, so a bit complicated, but eventually I'll try to find it. This one I haven't heard about. 2026, but doesn't have a season yet. FX Sensu preview looked extremely meme-worthy. You know, the more you say that, the more I want to watch it. Hey Tratra, welcome on in. Sorry if I butchered your name. Let me go check. Holy, that's loud. Surf Kurumi, a college girl. Begins for an exchange mark. Oh! Wait, I've heard about it. I know this one. I've heard about it. Okay, I need to watch it. I can now see the meme-worthy part. Katakawa, please don't flag my video. I'm waiting for volume 6 for like 3 years. Holy. You need to write a message, Taratra. After the command, you need to write something to say to Daisy. Okay, that's gonna be on my list to watch. Chainsmoker Cat, I've already talked about it. It's very acid trip like anime. Exiled Heavy Knight knows how to game the system. This one, I despise. Can you guys guess why I despise this one? It had everything to go well. Read the studio name and you'll know the reason why I refused to watch it after a certain point. And it's not just because of the studio, it's because of the anime style. Give me a second, I was replying to a message. But yeah, for those that don't know, this anime is done by GoHands. GoHands has a very specific style of animation that can be hit or miss. I don't want to be a bum and make you read manga, but I love Tomodachi Game. I've read Tomodachi Game. I loved it. It's amazing. Like, you can never know what's gonna happen next with that one. But yeah, as I was saying, GoHands can make good anime and can make shit ass anime. Like, they animated the girl I like forgot her glasses, and their main focus was doing a POV where it was always from, or almost always from below, focusing on the hands. Like, it was just so awful to watch. Like, I couldn't watch it. And the Exiled Heavy Knight knows how to game the system. They basically use CGI models, but that's not the problem. The problem is their animations are like done in a way where you might get motion sickness just from watching it. Like, I watched like 5 to 10 minutes and instantly got like close to motion sickness and couldn't continue watching it. Are Tulip and Daisy done? Oh yeah, Daisy didn't reply to you for some reason. That's weird. Are they having issues? Can a guy yap without Tulip and Daisy breaking? Let me go check the log. Okay, you. Scroll down. Or are you still thinking? System exception, this was in Twitch control. Okay.
John, you sound like you're casting a spell.
Okay. Wait, when you typed the Daisy command, did it... Okay, for some reason, the second time you typed the Daisy command, streamer bot didn't detect it. Jujutsu Kaisen, I've watched it, and I've read the manga. So, yeah, I think they turn off when you turn off auto. No, might not be it. Say hi. Let me repeat your command. Okay. Yeah, must have been a glitch from a quick succession, something like that. Just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Let me see. Daisy is stinging, so that's a good sign. But yeah. Finishing off my tangent, GoHands is basically one of the studios that I just can't deal with, so most of the times I avoid anime by it. And right from second one, I instantly detected that the anime was by GoHands because of their heavy use of CGI and their angles being a bit weird. So yeah. I've already watched Jujutsu Kaisen, so
another exciting session.
Kaiju Girl Caramelize, yeah, I need to watch the first episode. But yeah, it has a really interesting concept, so it's all on my watch list. Draw This and Die might be good. I need to give it a watch. Please excuse my younger brothers, this screams harem, so meh. Hell mode might be interesting. Although I think I've already tried to watch it and I think didn't catch my interest. Hanawari-san still wants to fight in the next life. This might be interesting. Oh, this is one where the Demon Lord gets reincarnated as a teacher and the hero gets reincarnated as a student. No, I know. I know what this one is. I need to watch it. What was that? Oh. Pingu, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. I'm gonna leave this stream. I'll come back later. Okay, sure. Later I might not be streaming because I'm already close to the end of the stream. Because it's getting late here. But yeah, I'll stream again tomorrow, so no worries. Shangri-La Frontier, I love it. I've basically fallen behind on the manga, but I was loving reading it. It's amazing. Can't wait for the next season, honestly. Because the next season is gonna be hype. Trust me. Bleach 1000 Years Blood War. I can't wait for it to release. Like, I can't wait to see how they handled the ending. Because that was one of the main gripes with the community, was the ending. I want to see how they do it. I have
Probably
high
not really,
hopes.
Dad. More like a paper fan.
What the heck? Why did you reply out of nowhere, Daisy? The Elusive Samurai Season 2, that's also on my watch list. It's from Cloverworks, so you know it's amazing. But yeah, a lot of good anime this season. A lot of interesting anime to catch, to basically pay attention to. And next season, we might get also a lot of good stuff. That epic fight of Sonorca and that American gamer. Yeah! But spoilers. But yeah, it's gonna be amazing. And yeah. With that, I think I'm gonna end the stream because it's getting late. It's already midnight 30 here. And I've been streaming for 2.5 hours, maybe a bit longer. And I need rest because I barely slept. And I've been yapping for the last good chunk of an hour. So yeah, I'm gonna take my leave here. Thank you all for joining in, and yeah, class is now dismissed. I'll see you guys all tomorrow at the same time, same channel. So yeah, bye everyone.